Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is November 7th, 2020, and this is episode 120. Today we're going to take a look at Shang-Chi, the martial arts expert. This is Marvel number 2. The name of the arc is Brothers and Sisters. Okay. First of all, let's take a quick look at the cover. Nice composition. I just want to mention this does not happen in the book. However, Chang-Chi's younger sister, Shi Hui, I believe that's how you say it, does have this kind of animosity towards her older brother and does carry out a plot that would be similar to this, but just not as physical. I just want to say this is kind of almost the desecration of Shang-Chi in the aspect that this is a recommended book. However, the way that Marvel presents it, with the insertion of ads throughout, just is it seems ridiculous. This was probably going to be one of the best stories of 2020, I believe. If they do a 10 best, if anybody does, I would think this would be in contention to make that list. It's just that good. I just want to say that the writer, I have to go all the way to the back because the way they did this book. The writer is Jean Luen Yang. The artist is, I don't know how to say that, if it's Daiki or Dyke or whatever, Dyke Rion. And then Philip Tan did the cover. And also does the flashbacks that occur throughout the story. I just want to say the art in here is just excellent. The story is really good and deep. The characters are rich, and there's a lot going on. A lot of good action scenes to glom onto. I'm sorry. So it's definitely a recommend, and it takes up right after what has happened in the previous episode. But I mean, they start off the flashback, obviously, and we're looking for when Shang-Chi is younger, and he's sneaking into a place with his younger sister, Shi Hui, and they're going to go into a area. Here's another ad right off the bat that is off limits to them as children, and they see that there's some kind of experiments or some kind of ritual going on with these dead soldiers, and they find out they're actually not dead. The father comes in and he's very angry. He's got Shang-Chi. He's choking him to death. The sister steps up and says, I'll do anything you want. And she's actually, if you recall, there's 5 branches of this father's martial arts group. One is the hands, which is like martial arts. Then there's the spear. Then there's the club. There's the dagger. And I think they were throwing knives. And also the sword. And Shi Hui is the club master, basically. And I believe this is like the second generation of these groups. So the father figure here has figured out a way to stay alive for many, many years, and using some special potions or rituals, something like that. And as you can see, the sister attacks the father, trying to stop him from killing Shang-Chi, and she gets a special insignia burned on her forehead, and she's also sent to exile. So the son says, don't kill her, please spare her life, and I'll do anything you want. And so that's what he does. He exiles her out. And then we get another ad already. So look at this. This is like desecration. There's been 1, 2, 3 full page ads within like 6 pages. So it's really, I think it's disrespectful to the art and the story in here, because this is really a good story. They should not be doing that. Just stick all the ads at the back. And, excuse me. And so then it goes to present times. Shang-Chi, if you remember, he used to be a spy for England, and now he's trying to get out of that life and have a normal life. But he is with his former spy partner, and she's taken him to London because he got a call that things are not what they appear at the house of the staff. So he parachutes in. He's immediately met by members of the club gang that has overtaken the um, staff castle, or whatever you want to call it, fortress, and he ends up fighting a couple of the staff members, or the club members, members of the club, so to speak, and he defeats them pretty easily. Then his sister steps up, and now she's huge. She's hulking. I don't know how he even recognizes her, but he does. He says, "Big brother, little sister," and she's just this hulking woman. Um, and so she invites him over, after this, and basically gives him food, and it's poisoned. And so this is how she takes him down. And she points out that she feels like she should be the club, but the supernatural, there's supernatural elements in this story I should mention too. They have this spinning wheel and decides who's going to be the leader of all the houses of the different weaponry, so to speak. And she poisons him because she wants him gone, basically. And so this, I guess it's maybe kind of even a hallucinogenic she gives him, and he goes back and he starts seeing ghosts of his father, and he's in some kind of apparatus with scientists working on him. He snaps out of it. Because he's just got this strong will inside of him, and as he comes to awakens, he's suddenly attacked by these creatures. These are creatures that he saw as a child in that one laboratory at the beginning, and he fights them off, but one of them is able to wound him seemingly mortally, and knock him out. And then we get like, oh god, these ads are just all over the frickin' place, and this is just ridiculous. There's a 2-page for X of Swords. So it just really breaks it up, and we end up with him somehow being rescued by the Sword Clan and the Throwing Knife Clan, and they also know martial arts as well. And they take him into a motorboat, and he still keeps seeing this vision of this ghost parent here, and we get the final credits at the end here. So it's a very good story. It's the art in it is just so good. Just look at the action scenes and such. Just God, it's just sorry. Just get so annoyed. This guy got his hand decapitated and he chucked it at Shang-Chi, and it struck him and had this crystallized demon blood put into him. So this is a recommend. I don't know if there's anything on the back. No, really. So please go out and buy this. This is a great comic. Now the other thing I think about the desecration of Shang-Chi is they are going to come out with The Legend of Shang-Chi either in December or January, and it's going to be written by Alyssa Wong, and I don't think she's a proven writer. She has written a few things like Dr. Aphra for the Star Wars series, and I don't have really high hopes for that. I think she also took over some other major character, but I haven't heard anything, anybody raving about anything she's done. So this is probably the one you want to stick with. But who knows, in the future, yeah, we'll give Alyssa a chance. We'll take a look at her book as well to see if it measures up to Shang-Chi, the original. Okay, so that's it for today, or for this review, I should say. This is Indie Comics Jones asking you to subscribe, to like, to dislike. If you dislike, please leave comments. Just always leave comments. I want to get better at this. And we'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. But for now, this is Indie Comics Jones bidding you adieu.